Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a very different video for you guys. I don't actually know what I'm naming it yet, so you'll know before I do from the title, but I'm doing a kind of like a half challenge video, half awareness video. So it's going to be different from my usual setup. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be blindfolding my parents and making them do everyday tasks around the house. The ones I'm making my parents do is eating their dinner, pouring a drink, pairing socks and picking out an outfit from my wardrobe. But obviously they have to do that all blindfolded, so that's like the kind of challenge aspect. And then I'm going to be coming back here and telling you guys how I get around these challenges with my level of sight. So how this video is going to work is I'm going to introduce the clip of my parents doing the task, and then we'll come back to here with me in my room sitting on my bed, and I'm going to explain to you how I make it a little bit easier with the tricks and tips I've got. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my parents doing said challenges. Right, Dad is now going to attempt to eat his dinner blindfolded. He's got it easy here. He's got a curry, which personally I find one of the easiest things to eat when you can't see. But I think he's got a wee bit of lemon on his plate.
Lime.
Is it lime? A wee bit of lime on his plate. So on you go, Dad. See how you go.
I've had to squeeze the lime.
Squeeze your lime.
And squeeze your lime. Find your lime and squeeze it onto your tea.
There's one.
Is there more than one?
You've only got one.
Oh.
That feels about right.
And we need to try and keep talking so that we can't hear the music in the background.
Oh,
Otherwise
keep
I'll get
talking.
done. Just in case I get done for copyright.
Well, it's actually it's just some old
It's
movie themes.
James Bond.
It's not, it's movie themes. Right, wait a minute, here's the other bit of lime. You get your fingers particularly messy.
Yeah, that's why do you think I go through so many tissues when I eat? Because the only way you can get in is with your fingers.
Right.
Would you like a tissue?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Right, what are you going for
Are
now?
you gonna mix your rice and your
No.
sauce
Go for a
together?
bit.
No,
Naan.
no. A bit of naan. I do the tear thing, so I'll tear a bit off.
Not regularly.
And I'll tear another bit off. And hopefully put that in my dinner. And get my knife and fork.
Oh, this will be challenging. Are you actually going to place the food on the naan and eat it like
Well,
that?
I don't even know where the naan's going, to be honest. So it'll be a wee bonus. And that feels like the edge of the meat. Wait a minute, I'll just try a bit. I take it when you're blind, you still know where your mouth is.
Yeah, that's never changed for me.
I actually didn't taste that. It's the first time I've made this curry, so it's beef massaman curry. So it tastes okay.
Don't worry, it's not a cooking channel.
Oh, there's nothing on that.
Ear.
Oh, the potato is skating off the plate.
Oh, I heard that.
Is there potato in it?
There we go.
It must be very difficult to eat elegantly.
It is. You get to the point where you're like, I can't be bothered eating, and you just get your hands in, and you're just like, I don't care what I look like anymore, I just want to eat.
Oh, potato. Naughty.
Okay.
Okay, you can stop now.
Can I? Thank goodness for
Yeah,
that.
you can eat. Okay, so as you've just seen, my dad trying to attempt to eat his dinner completely blindfolded. Now, how I attempt to do this, I'm still pretty new at this. Eating dinner can be really, really difficult. Some foods are easier to eat than others. The food that my dad was eating is pretty easy to eat. I mean, it's just a curry. You just have a fork and you just spoon it up, and it doesn't matter if you have like a bit of rice or a bit of meat in your fork, because it all goes together anyway. But some foods can be harder, like enchiladas. They can be quite messy at the best of times. How I get round that is I have a plate guard. Now I'm only using this temporarily until I kind of get used to eating, because I know there's millions of blind people out there that have been blind from birth and they have no problem eating. I'm still fairly new to being blind, so when I have like peas on my plate, they go flying. So having a plate guard on my plate just ensures that if I have things like peas or salad, it's not going to go off my plate and onto the table or the floor. And it also ensures when I'm like mixing my curry together that the sauce or the meat isn't going to go on the floor or the table. So I do recommend these. It just keeps everything on the plate. As you can see though, it's a semicircle, so it doesn't go around the whole plate. So I usually put this at the messiest part of my plate. So if I'm having a curry, I will put this to the side of my plate that has the meat and the sauce as opposed to the rice, because rice is easier to clean up than sauce. So now it's Dad's turn having a go at being blind, and he's going to pour some, I think it's ginger beer, into a glass with no help. So on you go, off you drop. That's part of having a drink. Slow and steady wins the race. Do you have any techniques, or are you just going to dive in?
I'm trying to use my fingers.
So you're trying to do a technique by putting your finger in to kind of feel it? Too hard for me.
Okay, that's
Right,
done.
Well, you take it off and see how you think you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, I spilled a bit. I'm sure I didn't spill any.
Well, there you go, you did. So what technique were you using, Dad?
I put my finger just over the side of the glass there so I could actually feel when it gets to a certain level.
Yeah, but what if you were pouring like tea? You can't stick your finger in boiling scalding water.
Yeah, you kind of would get it out quickly because you would know when it was there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but you can't, that's a bit dangerous.
But it's
Eh?
control, it's always about control.
And that's why the next clip I will show you a way that you can pour tea and not burn your finger. Pouring a drink can be really, really difficult when you can't see. Now, before I lost my sight, I struggled pouring drinks because I can't see clear liquids. Now, I have several methods to get around this. With a cold drink, you can always just put your finger in the top of the glass, so when you can feel the wetness of the drink, then you know to stop pouring it. That's like, you know, the low-tech old-fashioned way. But obviously if you're making yourself like a cup of tea, you can't really do that because you'll scald your finger. So I have this little device here. It's called a liquid level indicator, and basically we've got 3 prongs here. So we've got 2 quite long ones, and then we've got like a little short one in the middle. So the 2 long ones are like your first warning. So when the water comes up to these 2 prongs, it makes a noise like this. Wait, I have to wet it first. Right. So it makes that noise, and when it goes up to the prong in the middle, which means, you know, stop pouring or you're going to overflow your water, it makes this noise. There we go. Sorry, I had to lick it to make it go because obviously it needs moisture. So yeah, you've got the different noises. So you've just got the beep 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 beep, and then you've got the beep 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 beep. So yeah, this is good if you're if you're pouring a cup of hot tea, because you can't exactly stick your finger in a scalding cup of hot tea. So highly recommend this. You can, the plate guards, you can get them anywhere. You can just order them online and they're really cheap. And the liquid level indicators, I think the liquid level indicators are a bit more expensive. They're about £8, I think, but you can get them on Amazon, or if you wanted to go straight to the source, you can get them from RNIB. Mum attempting to pair socks blindfolded. I can apologise in advance, I have 2 dogs behind me, so if you hear noises, that's what it is.
Right, do you want me to start?
Yeah, go start.
Oh, this should be fun. Right, wait a minute. I could be here a while.
Take your time.
They feel the same. Right, they feel the same, so that's one set paired.
I can't comment.
Oh,
See you after you're finished. Oh, there's a dog.
Get out!
Come on, Stark. Out. Sorry about that. Oh, there's a tail. Sorry.
Oh, that feels the same.
As I was saying before Stark decided he wanted to be in the show, after you're done you can take the blindfold off and see how well you done.
Okay, oh golly. That feels longer. Did somebody put extra socks in here?
The dogs are really, really annoying.
See, that feels too long, too short. Oh, there's a wee short one. Maybe.
Oh, the dogs,
That's
man.
maybe a pair.
What's
I
that?
hear somebody laughing. It's your turn, Walker.
This is not easy.
That feels something similar. Oh, maybe it's not.
Mum, you don't need to do all of them, just do a few. Because you might be here a while.
No. I'll do it. I'll get. Oh.
How many pairs do
Right,
you
that's
have?
me.
Is
I've
that you done?
Uh-huh.
Right, take your blindfold off and you can
Goodness.
take a look at your work.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Did you do it all right?
One set, that's because I could feel
Uh-huh.
them. 1, 2, and the other 3 pairs were wrong.
So, how do you feel now that you've done that blindfolded?
I would hate to go out with them on.
How does it make you feel? Like, do you think you couldn't do that all the time, I'm guessing? No.
No.
So, you appreciate your eyesight.
Yes.
Yeah. Pairing socks, I'm still kind of getting used to it. Before I lost my sight, I didn't do my own washing, so I never really paired my own socks. So yeah, pairing socks is still something I'm getting very used to. The only thing I can suggest or give a tips with pairing socks is feeling the different textures of your socks. So I have a couple of pairs of Disney socks, and I know they're my Disney socks because the heel and the toes are glittery, and when you have glitter on clothing it's quite a rough, gritty texture. Also, the cuff of the sock is very distinctive, so feeling the textures. Also, when I feel my Disney socks, the stitching's quite distinct and you can almost feel the outline of like the Mickey head. So if you do struggle with socks like that, I do recommend buying socks that have distinctive textures on them. Now, I'm not saying every pair of your socks has to be Disney socks, but for example, if you just want plain black socks, that's fine. Because you can't really go wrong. If all of your socks are plain black socks, then it doesn't matter if who gets paired with who, because they're all the same. But obviously textures do matter, so if you have like really soft cottony black socks and then rougher black socks, you'll know the difference because you can feel the texture. So the best thing I can suggest is either buy the same brand of socks all the time and only those socks so that you can never go wrong, or stick to socks that have very distinct textures that you know go together. Now, I do have a few socks that feel exactly the same but can't be just paired together randomly because the toe and the heel are like different colours. So one pair of socks, the toe and the heel is blue and another is pink, so I couldn't have like one blue sock and one pink sock. That's the only trouble I've came across, and yes, under those circumstances you would need a sighted person to say, okay, that's a blue sock and that's a pink sock. But if you don't have the luxury of having somebody around you, then I would recommend buying socks that are completely one colour or have very distinct textures so that you know the difference between them. So now Mum is going to pick me an outfit to go out in the town on.
Oh, the town?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know what kind of outfit you're picking for me, so...
Neither do I. Well, I know what they are.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
How do you know what they are?
Because they feel different from everything else, because that's your pink leggings.
So is that... So you're picking trousers just now?
Well, no, what do you want me to pick?
You pick what... I want a top and trousers, but you start whatever you like.
Oh, I know what they are too. See, I can feel.
Yeah, so that's...
Right, okay, I'll take the trousers, are the easiest. Right,
Okay, so
this
what...
is black and white check trousers,
Okay,
right? So I'll put them
on the bed.
in the bed just now till I find a top. Now this should be the challenge.
Yeah, you've picked quite hard because they're patterned trousers, so...
Should have just picked a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Right, oh no, I know what that is. That's blue and white. That won't go. Right.
Your blindfold is still on, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, that's your wee thin blouses. I don't know. What is that? No idea. Let me feel. Oh, I haven't got a clue what that is. Put that back in. If I can get it in. Oh dear goodness. I don't know how you do it, Rachel. I don't know how you do it. I'm going to take this top. I don't know what it is.
Neither do I, but they will.
Okay.
Okay. Now you put it down.
Okay, I put it down.
And I don't think I should make you... I don't want the whole internet to see my underwear, so we'll just do top and bottoms.
Right, okay.
Right, so you can take your blindfold off now
Right.
and admire your work.
Well, that's not too bad.
Oh, that's good. So what's the
Not too
top?
bad, just as well. It's your peachy. It's Amore.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The
And
one
the
I got from
black and white
Massa.
checks. That's all right.
I've never wore them together
No,
though.
but it's all right. It's not.
No.
It's not a disaster.
No.
So there you go.
Okay. And how do you feel about that? Was that harder than the socks?
It was very hard.
See, I find the socks harder.
No, it was really hard because I'd hate to have pulled out something. It was all patterned and it wouldn't have matched that.
Mm.
No, that was hard. Okay.
Picking an outfit or choosing my own clothes, I do pick what I want to wear. So yes, I made a conscious decision that I wanted to wear my new Kim Gorms hoodie. I know what things are. Now because this is a new hoodie, I was a bit like, okay, is that my right hoodie? Is that the right hoodie I want? Because I can't see it. But because it had a label on it, because I'd never worn it before, I knew that the hoodie with the label on it was my Kim Gorms one as opposed to all the other ones that didn't have hoodies on them. But picking clothes is the same thing as socks. You get to recognise textures. So you know that I'll know that this is my Kim Gorms jumper because things like it has really long tags, or it has a distinct, like the writing on it, you can feel the writing on it in the texture. So it's things like that. Again, it's mainly texture and how things feel. There are some cases where I pull tops out of my wardrobe and I'm like, what the heck is this top? And I have to ask my mum what top it is. Or sometimes it literally will take me 10 minutes. I'll have to sit and really think hard, what is this top? But that happens about maybe 7, 8 times out of 10. And if you're ever in that situation where you pull a top out of your wardrobe and you're like, I don't know what this is, and nobody's in your house and they can't tell you what top that is, then, you know, just put it back and pick out a top that you do know. It's not a big deal. I've never done this, but again, if you live on your own and you don't have anyone to help you, then you could always like categorise your wardrobe. So you could have it split into two. So one side of your wardrobe is like summer and spring clothes and the other one's autumn or winter. Or you could have it split into like neutral colours and then bright colours, just whatever way you want to organise your wardrobe. And in that way, you know that if you pick a top from the left hand side, it's going to be like a black top or a red top or a beige top, because that's your autumn winter tops. I don't really have my wardrobe categorised in any way. The left side of my wardrobe is all my tops and blouses and jumpers, and then the right side of my wardrobe is my jeans, trousers, shorts, jackets and dresses. And then the spare wardrobe, I have my hoodies and Christmas jumpers and Christmas clothes in. Other than that, that's the only way I categorise my clothes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was insightful and funny to watch. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a big thumbs up, and I'm be more than happy to do lots of other videos similar to this. I do like challenge videos, I just don't have people to do them with very often. I always try and grab my boyfriend to do them when he comes here, but we never get around to doing it. But if you like challenge videos, let me know and I'll try and do more of them. But I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will talk to you later in another video. Bye guys!